Hello, Booknerds. Welcome to the Booknerds podcast. This is season 2, and our lovely collaborators, Kunzum Books, where we are shooting, and wellness partner Jivisa, Wellness from the Himalayas. We thank them for supporting us always. They're wonderful people. And of course, this podcast, we are going to discuss an amazing phenomena that has recently crept up. The book influencer, phenomena, which is kind of transforming how books are sold, perceived across the globe and in India as well. So we have a couple of amazing people who are authors themselves. We'll talk about their books a little bit. Of course, what do they read? How do they perceive this phenomena of how they are perhaps, the word influencer is not that cool, but perhaps they are spreading the message, the good word about books. So we'll be talking about all of that. And so welcome guys, Nikhil Kamath Nona Uppal.
Thank you.
Debut author, and how many books have you written?
One.
Not good enough.
The second one is a work in progress.
Great. These are the books Nikhil has written. It Was You Always. Sounds very sad, but I'll ask you about that. And it's the right time of the year to discuss these kind of books.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yes.
Right.
Fool Me Twice. Nona is an upcoming rock star in the publishing
One would
industry.
hope so.
I've heard great things about what's coming forth, and of course the launch is as we speak. This is going to launch later.
Yeah.
But 14th of Feb,
Yes,
it's launching.
Valentine's
So
Day. Very on the nose for a romance author.
yes. It's so
Actually, both
subtle.
are books in the same genre.
Very
Yes,
subtle.
it's so subtle.
Very
Couldn't have
subtle.
picked
When
a
did
better
you
day.
launch it?
2018.
18.
Yeah.
14 Feb.
February?
No,
Not 14th February. I think January 2018.
More
sometime.
subtle than me.
not good enough.
ठीक है,
You
क्या
have to
करें?
do it on next one. 14
14
Feb.
Feb.
Next one, love story नहीं है.
You're writing about food.
I'm trying to write about food.
Great.
Hopefully उसको करेंगे.
So Nikhil is although he loves books, but he's more obsessed with eating and spreading the word about good food. So that's something. And Nona, you can check out. He talks about so many things, but my favorites are the auto selfies and auto content. Okay.
Basically, like just existing on the internet.
Yes, just existential stuff. But okay, let's start from the books, and then we'll talk about the influencing or spreading the good word about books part. You balance between two kinds of content. Books के बारे में बात नहीं करते. ये interesting लग रहा है मेरे को अभी. So books and food, how are they coexisting in your world, first of all? And do you get this like, why don't you just talk about books or just talk about food? Because you are creating sort of confusion. It's working for you, by the way, but it may not for others who follow you. So how do you deal with it, and how do you kind of navigate with it?
See, for me it started back in 2011 when I just wanted to write about food. And as I grew up, I realized that ठीक है, books है, you can do something else. But the thing is, like you said, it doesn't work for many people. So I have followers who just want to see food content, or I have a few followers who want to see book content. Then what happens is, I actually started writing book reviews, I think in 2021.
Okay.
Because that was a time when I had nothing to do and a lot of books were there that I had not read. I had just purchased and kept on my bookshelf. So I thought, okay, I'm reading books. तो अब इसको पढ़ रहा हूँ तो कुछ सिर्फ स्टोरी डालने के बजाय एक रिव्यू लिख देते हैं. So I started writing reviews like that, and that's how I think we connected, and that's how it's been. So now people are starting to realize that I'm writing about books also, and that also helps me tell people that I've also written a book.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I didn't know. I wasn't aware.
Yeah.
He told me like I'm an author. Seriously?
हाँ.
I
Then
don't
I
think
told
so.
you कि LinkedIn पे डालना पड़ेगा मेरे को.
Yes, you have. थोड़ा सा. We want to know because this influence thing or whatever has come in, and believe it or not, or you agree or not, you are one now, and you are being respected for that because the content is so conscious. Also, it's organic. It's mostly no filter, but and then you have now been selected by Penguin to publish this book, wonderful book, which is coming up. What's going on? How did it start? No, because have you talked about this
I
journey?
haven't actually.
You haven't?
I mean, I've talked about it. If someone's followed me on social media, they've probably seen it. They've seen the entire journey, but I haven't really discussed how it all happened. So
Yeah.
I'll walk the world
Love it.
through it. But
In
I'll
the
also
first one.
caveat this that my journey to getting published is not normal.
Okay.
In that I didn't struggle as much, I didn't get many rejections. For me, it was very easy. So I entered this conversation with a little bit of like,
Right.
I don't love discussing it because it feels like I got things
Right.
easy, but I think it's okay. Like, this is still
But
my
you send
experience.
out that pitch, na?
Yeah, I sent out this pitch. So there was a Pitch Perfect competition that was launched by Penguin in collaboration with Shreya Punj. Love her. And I was randomly sitting with my family and I was like, listen, I really want to write a book. Hota to hai nahi. Let's just brainstorm an idea. I'm gonna write it down in the pitch and I'll just send it and I'll forget about it. And my brother-in-law is really great. He's very filmy, very Bollywoody. He's like the paparazzi kind of, like always keeping track on all Bollywood things. So he gave me this idea. I was like, why don't you write about love after death? So he
Okay.
gave me this blanket caveat.
Okay.
I was like, sounds interesting. No one in romance is doing it. No one is doing romance only in India as much. Like romance
Right.
as a genre is really not picking up.
Right.
So I was like, I'll send. I anyway write about love. I'll send this pitch about Sana, Ashish, Pranav,
Yeah.
three college kids, and I will forget about it. I'm sitting in my home and then my long list comes in, which means
Okay.
that, oh, you've been long listed by Penguin.
Right.
I was like, chalo, long list ho gaya, ab bhul jao. Short list nahi hoga. Then the shortlist also comes in.
Okay.
Again, I'm sitting in my parents' room. They're like, "Acha, now you can go to JLF."
Yeah.
So now the shortlist, which
How
was
many
5.
people was that?
Long list, I don't know. I think about 14 people.
Shortlist.
Shortlist was 5 people. And
That's
I think
really
over
cool.
200 apps. I'm not sure. I don't remember the number. So 214 and then 5. So I was
Yeah.
top 5
No,
eventually.
200 was, I remember it.
हाँ, तो 200 के बाद top 5 happened and we all went to JLF, Jaipur. Again, my first time at the Lit Fest, I was like, oh my god.
First time?
First time ever.
As an
As-
almost author.
At that point, I had no idea what is happening. So I was like, first time at JLF in my life. It is being paid for. Amazing. Just
Wow.
happy to be here.
Oh, it was paid for also.
It was, I mean, they paid for our travel.
angels.
They're lovely. I mean, we were top 5, so they were happy to accommodate us.
नहीं करते भाई लोग.
But Penguin was very lovely. Like,
Very
hospitality,
nice.
Penguin
Ah.
is brilliant at. So we're there, and basically the final event was that you go on stage and
Yep.
you just pitch your book, which
Okay.
is you do the same pitching thing, and it's in front of an audience. But there's
Oh.
the panel, which is a combination of publishers and Penguin editors who will finally decide who wins. Now
Like
the
proper Shark Tank. Huh?
yeah. And the person who wins, they don't get a book deal. They
Okay.
get mentorship by editors
Oh.
and authors. So the idea was never a deal. I never went into it thinking the deal ho jayega.
Okay.
Did my pitch, it was great, didn't win. Very happy. I was
Okay.
like, oh, I didn't even know that I would get this far.
Who won, by the way?
I am forgetting her name, but she was a really nice girl. She was from the Northeast. She'd written a collection of short stories.
Okay.
I don't know if that collection has come up, but really brilliant book, really well deserved. I forgot about it. I was like, great, I'm so happy. There, my editor, who then came to be my editor, Gurveen, gave me a hint. She's like, I want to publish you. I was like, ha. And people say, people that
यहाँ तो
forget.
बोलोगे ही.
हाँ, I was like, यहाँ तो सब बोलेंगे, and I forgot because I became very detached with the idea of any achievement. I was like, forget it. I had a good time. 1 week later, she pops into my email. She's like, do you have any words written? I was like, I have 20,000 words written. I'll send them to you, full of typos. She read it and she was like, I want to give you a book deal. And the rest
Wow.
was that.
Your sort of vlogging, I would say, or blogging, it's. Do you have a pattern to this, or just you go for it? Especially with the book side of things, because you are visiting many events in Delhi, going and meeting many authors. You are an author yourself. You are reading books, reviewing them. You're doing it all, and then also you have a third person's perspective because you are not in the publishing industry
Yeah.
as such, which gives you a different sort of lens. Because perhaps she has also entered into the industry now. She's saying that, oh, I'm going soft on authors. Hota hai, if you are in the industry, then so that's an advantage I feel you have. So how do you want to how are you exploiting that advantage and creating more awareness
Awareness about
books?
about books.
Yeah.
It's very easy actually. So up till 2019, I myself was someone who would buy books online. I was rarely going to bookstores and all.
Just Amazon.
Just Amazon, but somehow I've commented on your video also. Ki when I order from Amazon, I get crumpled and damaged books. So then I was looking for these options, like where do I get like proper books which are not damaged. So, and around 2020 when everything was shut, and my work is mostly with PR agencies and marketing agencies. And the agencies were getting shut down. So what do? I was sitting there in front of my bookshelf and I saw ye books nahi padhi hai maine. Started reading. Posted a story. This is my current read. Then I realized why just post a story. I started posting reviews. And my first review was this book, Green Humor for a Graying Planet. It's a collection of comic strips by Rohan Chakravarti.
He's brilliant. He's brilliant.
What a great title.
And he's written 2 more books. One is Naturalist Ruddy and Pug Marks and Carbon Footprints. I met him last year after waiting for 2 years.
He was signing books?
He was signing books. This one he has signed. See.
Oh, nice.
And
cool illustration.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of his work because I do a lot of work in environment also. So I get to learn from his comic strips. So just like that, I started sharing reviews. I got a Ruskin Bond book. I got a signed copy of a Ruskin Bond book. And I posted about it. People loved it. There were a few people who are appreciating it. But then there are many people who are, the food content appreciators. And they come in
what
like,
the heck is
why do we comment on your post? Why should we see this and all? So, okay, but I've realized that you can't please everyone. And
do you kind of make a conscious effort? Like, I'm supposed to write about books now, or I want to post about my BTS sort of author journey, or just talk about myself. Is it that, or it's just whatever comes, I'm going to post?
I think it's a lot more of the latter because I tried to do the former for a very long time. I've been talking about books and writing for the past 2.5. I started in 2021, so I've been there for a while. The growth has been like...
I have discovered you kind of late.
Yeah, so I mean, I think now people are noticing me more because of course your account grows. I tried that route where, I'll plan this out. These are the 5 things that I'll talk about and I'll only talk about them. I am not like that as a person. So when I was trying to create that as a content strategy, didn't work. As a person, I am no strategy. As a person, I'm just like existing vibes. So the day that I pivoted and I decided I'm just going to put my life. If I want to share a quote from a book, I'll do that. If I want to just talk to the camera and talk about my sad feelings, I'll do that. And I want to get the follower interested in Nona as a person and her many interests rather than interested in Nona as a book reader.
Let's talk about, you are changing slightly. You have met readers now. You have scented blood, so as to say. Now, was the plan ahead with this community also and growing along with that, writing more, publishing more? What's the bigger plan?
The plan ahead is that there's no plan. Again, I think it's been pretty obvious in discussions with me. I'm not a big planner, which is, I don't know how that works, but this book was never in the plans and it happened over the course of 2 months. So my thing is let things happen. I want to write a second book. I've started working on it. But the plan is to, like this year I am going to prioritize building my community further. Because I think there is so many non-readers that I can tap into. And I have this, I'm not a planner, but I'm also very bold and ambitious. So my goal is I want to make everyone a reader. I want to make everyone my age. I want to make Gen Z, I want to make reading cool again in India. So that's kind of my plan. Like, it's a big ambitious goal, but that's how I want to do it through my community.
Feel are the not so good things right now? What you feel about whatever content you're consuming in terms of books or communities also, creators in this space or otherwise as well? What do you feel the people who are going to start now, because there are a lot of Gen Z, इनको देख के तुमको देख के लोग आएंगे अब बनाने के लिए content अलग-अलग formats में. So what do you feel they should shy away from?
I don't think they should shy away from anything. Whatever is on their mind, they should just start creating about it. Because see, on Instagram specifically, creating reels is very difficult. I don't know what you think about it, but I have something. I have a video, and I have to post it. But I also have to care about the trending audio. And if I don't use trending audio, less people will see it. And what am I going to do? And I have comments.
Other formats that you would like to recommend, perhaps?
I would recommend going back to blogging, actually, proper blogging on WordPress or Wix or wherever you want to, because that's how I think people will again get into the habit of reading.
Okay. What would you like to recommend or have appreciated in the near, sort of, in 23 or tell us? Do you have
Go
some?
I would recommend this very indie book called Fool Me Twice.
Oh yes.
I don't know who wrote it.
Incredible.
The author sounds like a funny, nice
Yes,
girl.
Oh my god.
With
the
a
marketer.
weird name.
The marketer. No.
No, but I would recommend, if I could, I have a Bible, which is this book that, can I take it out actually? It's
bilkul,
called
bilkul.
Sorrow and Bliss from... it is my Bible. It's my Gita, it's my everything. This is the kind of book that I've read and name suggests Sorrow and Bliss. I think it encapsulates what life is about. It's a delicious blend of the greats and the bads. I've read it when I've had like the worst mental health phases of my life. I've read it when I've been the happiest. And it's about a woman's journey with her mental health and coming to terms with it and how her mental health impacts her family and just finding meaning in life through all the struggles. And if I just, there's those books, it's just like, I will peer pressure you into reading this. It's just so good.
One of those crazy pictures.
Yeah. Like, don't read my book, read this. Genuinely. Like, I love it this much.
That's the biggest compliment.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
nothing goes beyond your own book, right?
For sure. 100%. So this is my holy grail recommendation.
Let's keep this aside.
Yes.
Because we are done with it for now. Yep. What about Nikhil? Anything?
Well, I have 3 books here, but I would definitely recommend this one by Madhulika Little. It's called Garden of Heaven.
Yeah.
It's historical fiction.
Great author. More people need to know about her.
Yeah, and this is based in Delhi, in the times of the what do you call it, slave dynasty, Kutubuddin Aibak and all that. And it's a love story in a way. It talks about history also, how Delhi came into being and all that. And I love to read about history.
Yeah.
So historical fiction and all these things, I love to read.
But फिर भी.
So guys, please follow me on Citizen Kamath. Spelling नहीं बताऊंगा क्योंकि आप figure out कर लोगे. तो I am on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn पे भी follow कर सकते हो. जहाँ मर्जी follow करना चाहो. So interestingly, I'm myself like just me on Instagram. I try to be funny on Twitter and Twitter is now X. And I'm very professional on LinkedIn. So जहाँ connect करना चाहो connect कर सकते हो.
Just personality को tap करना.
हाँ बिल्कुल.
सही है. What, Nona?
I am the only Nona in this country, I think. So you will be able to find me very easily if you type Nona.
You know what my wife told me? What name is this?
What kind of a name is it, right? Mama, Papa, what kind of a name is it? But anyway.
What does it mean?
Nothing. It really means
Please
nothing.
go ahead.
It means nothing. They were like, oh, Nona is a term of endearment for Punjabis. So they just called me that.
Nona bacha.
Okay.
And it never went away. But now I love it because now it opens conversations for me.
सही
But
है. अब ये crack हो गया मतलब क्या?
हर चीज में कोड क्रैक करना जरूरी है. So now
I
I
didn't ask because I was just feeling awkward.
No, it's fine. I'm very chill about it.
Chalo.
But you can find me on Instagram and Twitter. You just search Nona Uppal and I'll show up. And I come for me. Don't come for the books because I think I'm the fun part and everything else is a complimentary gift.
I just told
I'm actually not this like bold and confident. You see me in my regular life. I'm actually quite docile.
It's fine. We love this persona.
सब लोग
Keep
ऐसे
it up.
बोलते हैं.
And you are absolutely a food and book beast. Keep doing that.
Thank you so
on
much.
Instagram and everywhere, guys. You are just awesome. And I'm very happy and proud that I chose you both to be on this roundtable and discuss this.
You are so awesome. We're
I
so
am
glad
just-
you had us here.
I'm just there. I'm just
No,
living.
they're existing wonderfully.
I am working on myself.
Yourself.
And this
You know,
wonderful
but-
community.
Oh yes.
I tell you what, I connected with you because I saw you on LinkedIn. मैंने कहा यार ये बंदा कुछ मचा रहा है, मैं भी कुछ मचाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. चलो यार connect करते हैं.
Nice. That's a good way to connect.
अच्छा, but आज के बाद LinkedIn is off the phone.
Try करेंगे.
Yes. We have to.
I'll get an update.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
How can we forget them? Kunzum Books, where we are shooting, our bookstore and venue partners, and Jivisa, Wellness from the Himalayas. Thank you so much for collaborating with us on season 2, and we'll be back with another season very soon. And we have a little something from the Himalayas for you guys.
Lovely.
बिल्कुल लैंडोर के पास से.
लिख नहीं सकते वहाँ जाके तो.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
This will give you Landor vibes in Gurgaon.
Yeah,
Yes.
Landor vibes in Gurgaon.
Thank you so
do
much.
check them out.
Thank you
and,
so much.
Leave a comment for Jivisa if possible.
Absolutely.
They'll be happy.
Yes.
अब वो लोग खुश होंगे तो हम लोग भी खुश होंगे. That's the
Everybody should be happy.
thing. Yes. Cool. So yeah, I hope guys you would have learned something from this, because we just went all out. We were talking about all sorts of stuff. So just watch the podcast. It will be on podcast.booknerds.in and our YouTube @Booknerds. Subscribe कर देना, घंटी है बजा देना, और इन लोगों को फॉलो कर लेना, बुक्स खरीद लेना, और हैप्पी रीडिंग.